Right, 2 May 2025, and today I've got a short 5 minutes broadcast, and this is to do with the detained Nyokayemabhunu, who is currently in prison in South Africa. And today, if you want to visit Nyoka in prison, this is your last chance to do it this month. So what happens in South Africa is that you can only visit a prisoner once a month, or at most twice a month if you're not a lawyer. So I have gone to the prison, and they told me that if you want to visit Nyoka on the 12th to the 14th, which is the visiting window, you must book today, the 2nd. This is the only opportunity to book to see Nyoka, and I'll be sharing with you the numbers. You can call me or WhatsApp me on these numbers so that we don't compromise the security. So you can WhatsApp me on those numbers, and I'll give you the numbers to call. You have to call. You must have an ID or a document of some sort to prove who you are. Then you'll be able to see Nyoka in prison. So this is the last chance today, the 2nd, and his next visit will be between the 12th and the 14th of May. So if you want to visit him, or if you're a relative, you have to do it today. If you don't do it today, you won't be able to see Nyoka until probably next month. The situation with Nyoka is very, very bad. As I said, he is facing over 12 months in prison if you stay in the magistrate's court. So he needs to move to the High Court. If he doesn't move to the High Court, this case is going to drag and drag, and it's going to end up with him probably being stuck in South African jail, or also being deported to Zimbabwe. So let's make sure that we sort this out. We need to move him to the High Court, and the cost of moving him to the High Court, approximately, after talking to the lawyers, for the advocate and all these things that need to be done, is about 450,000 rands. So that is the money that we're going to be seeking for an advocate and 4 lawyers. And I'll let you guys know how we're going to go with that process. There will be a quotation, and I'll show you guys the quotation as it goes through the process. So remember, Nyoka is working for all of us. He is in jail because he was fighting for Zimbabweans. So don't let him down. Let's not let him down. Let's make sure that we raise that 450,000, and we'll get him to the High Court. We'll remove him from the lower court, which is the magistrate's court. So as I said, this is a 5 minutes broadcast. Today I'm not going to take long. Let me now go to my next thing. So my next thing here is the spice. So let's look at the spice. The UK guys are getting a free spice, and the Mazdo spice is used or is being given for free. So you don't have to pay. This is the Mazdo spice. If you buy a packet of there, you get the Mazdo spice for free. And how you use it is you open it, right? Let's see if I've ever opened one. Yes, you open it, and it's a powder. So let's see what kind of a powder it is. So it's a powder, right? Like that. It's a powder. And it's made up of herbs. So it's made up of herbs. You make your meat, or you roast your meat in the air fryer. And then after you roast your meat in the air fryer, you then drop it on top of your meat. You don't cook this thing. Sorry, you don't cook this thing. You roast it. You roast your meat, then you put it on top of your meat. And after 5 days, you will tell me that you are totally a changed man. You are no longer the same man. You can also put it in your desserts. So it is a perfect dessert. You put it on top of a dessert. And in terms of taste, it's almost tasteless, but it's a herb. So let's see. It tastes quite nice, but tasteless. It doesn't have a strong taste. So we just received 300 of these. If you're in the UK, buy your there, and you're going to get a free one. This normally costs, so the normal cost of this thing is $20. So you're getting for free. If you buy a packet of Mve, you get this one for free. And I'm starting to choke on it because the herb, obviously, herbs are very powerful. So I'll be back here later today. There's a burial at the National Heroes Acre presided on over by Mnangagwa. I don't know if he's feeling well. So let's see what happens if he's going to show up in about 3 hours' time at the National Heroes Acre. There's a burial here of Mandeya. She's getting buried at the National Heroes Acre. So check her out. She is Mandeya. She passed away. And guys, what I saw at her home is so shocking. People had to go and bury her on her stand, on her residential stand, and not a house on it. It's so sad. Mandeya, one of the top army people, had nothing. So she didn't even have a house in the rural home. And the people had to pitch tents so that she can be buried and their relatives can see her. The people in the Zimbabwean National Army are struggling, including the top brass of the National Army are struggling. So I'm so hurt by how things are happening in Zimbabwe. I know that General Chiwenga has promised that when he takes over, he is going to make sure that every single soldier, police, intelligence, people in the civil service, their salary will be at least $1,500 a month. So I hope that works out. I'll be back here at around 10 so that I can give you an update. So this is what I had for today. My session is going to be very short until I come back to normal next week on Monday or Tuesday. Thank you very much for watching. Call me if you want to see Nyoka. This is the last day when you can book at the prison to see him. Thank you very much and a good day.